Right, hello people. Happy New Year. A little bit late, I know, but still heartfelt. So, we're into a new year. Hopefully you've made some goals. There's some have inspirations and aspirations rather of what to achieve this year. We've had a fuck of a year, one of the worst for most. Everybody suffered from this. So 2020's gone, thank fuck, that's gone. But with that said, you know, in adversity there's always growth. So personally for me it's a bit fire and ice. Although it's been a rubbish year, it's been a very enlightening year in more ways than one. So, you know, everybody knows that I'm totally awakened to this situation that's going on. I'm not here to talk about that right this minute. And with that awakening came a bit of an awakening on other levels, you know. I started to realise my purpose and what's fucking important and what isn't important, and how we're caught up in this small, closed-minded, three-dimensional existence that's been fed to us, indoctrinated since school, and etc, etc. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more. So the Great Awakening, regardless of what you think about that, regardless of what you think about my thoughts of what I'm saying about that, with the planetary alignment on the day of the winter solstice, in that week, the Great Awakening took place, they say. Well, all that simply is people have had light bulb moments all over the place, not just in terms of this bullshit pandemic that's going on, but within themselves, where they belong, what their purpose is. And what I've come to realise is, you know, is that my purpose is to try and help others. And fortunately, I'm very grateful for many things in my life, but fortunately, a gift was bestowed upon me that has allowed me to touch the lives of many people through my work. And it's made them confident, it's self-assured, good, straight path, kept them on the straight and narrow, given them confidence and belief in themselves, which is transferred to other areas of life. So that, I believe, is what my purpose was. But I also believe my purpose is to try and wake people up. If not, you know, if that's at all possible. Some are not going to wake up, it's too fucking late. But I don't just mean wake up from this matrix, I mean wake up from, you know, the life you're living is not all you got. Now, how you think creates your feelings, and your thoughts and your feelings are your state of being. That's your existence, that's your life. So you need to ask yourself, what sort of state of being do you want to be in? You know, do you want to be in this constant indoctrinated, fear-mongering state that you're getting from the media, from what they're going to do, what's coming next? Just fear, depression, low vibration. That's what they're forcing on everyone. And what people are not realising is this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the second wave is so bad, it's worse than the first. Oh, take it seriously, follow the rules. Well, bollocks is what I say. Second wave, my arse. What we are really talking about here is self-fulfilling prophecy. So here's the facts. Do your own research. Right. If your body is constantly in sympathetic nervous system, which is your survival stress response, or your fight or flight response, you are stressed in that state. You are living in a state of duress. Now, as a fact, no living organism on the planet can sustain a period of time, significant period of time, living in the fight or flight response and sympathetic nervous system. Something will break down, and that begins with the immune system. So understand what I'm talking about here. You have a natural homeostasis when everything is yonky-dory and you're cool and there's no stress and there's no problems, it's just normal life. You are in homeostasis where everything functions, you know, without your thought process. And there's a reserve of energy and there's no stress. You're not under any systemic fatigue, if you like. So, but since all this began, way back in February, March of last year, people have been constantly living in this fear-mongering state, wondering when it's ever going to go. It's not going to go, it's not going to go. Constant. And they feed that, and the media is feeding that. So understand that all of this is being communicated to you in one way or another. You just need to understand symbolism, you need to understand linguistics, you need to understand the legalese that they employ, the way they use language. But the fact is, the goddess Medea was misdirected and full of deception. Well, the goddess Medea, or media, is doing exactly the same thing. The media are fear-mongering all the time. So, you know, best advice would be turn off the fucking telly. Don't look at the mainstream fucking media and don't read the newspaper, because it's feeding you bullshit. It's feeding you fear-mongering, constant low energy, low vibe. Your heart flips when you fucking pick up the newspaper nowadays, and that's what they want. So you're constantly in this state. So you can't deny that you're going around in a state of being that is living off the survival stress response, the systemic nervous system, which is going to break down, because not a single creature on the planet can sustain a significant period of time without breaking down. And the first thing to break down is the immune system. Now, as soon as the immune system breaks down, you are susceptible to literally any bug, virus, or anything else going around. Even a common cold will hit you fucking hard, right? The flu will fucking knock you for six. And if you are elderly, if you have an underlying condition, it could easily turn to pneumonia and it could fucking kill you, right? But understand what this season is. This season is the colds and flu season, which is, you know, miraculously seemed to have disappeared. But that's what it is. But immediately people will think, oh, I've got the COVID. Or people will say, you know, you'll go and get a fucking test and they'll be, yes, got the COVID. You know, all the constant fucking fear-mongering is dropping the immune system, which makes people susceptible at a time of year when you're going to get a cold or a flu, and now you're going to take it really worse. Well, then the people that are vulnerable or elderly or with underlying conditions are sadly dying from that. And there are falsifying case figure numbers anyway, as we know, and it's just adding to it, adding to it, adding to it. So of course people are getting sick. They're getting sick because their immune system's shot, because they're not in fucking homeostasis. If they were in normal homeostasis, they'd be able to fend off you know, the cold and flu season, particularly if you enhanced your immune system. So nobody's talking about eating plenty of fresh fruit, plenty of vegetables, plenty of greens, plenty of good nutrition, staying hydrated, getting out in nature, getting the fresh air, where possible, getting sunshine, taking regular exercises, breathing in, deep breaths in, out in the open. You know, other things such as like cold therapy. So, you know, cold showers boost your immune system like you wouldn't believe. They create so many white blood cells that you are fending it off. You are fending off most things to a higher degree than the average person that doesn't take care of his immune system. The immune system was a gift from our Creator, designed to fend off many things, and it's done a superb job throughout history. And yet all of a sudden, unless we're wearing a flimsy little piece of paper around our fucking face covering our mouth and nose and everything for 24/7, you know, everybody's vulnerable to this so-called disease. Well, you know what my thoughts are on that. But my point here is the self-fulfilling prophecy of constant listening to the media, constantly creating a fear-mongering state, which in turn knocks the immune system, which makes you sick and makes you ill. And then you get told you've got this bogus virus, and then now immediately you blame people like me that haven't got a mask on because they've got a pair of bollocks and they've got self-respect. So, you know, go figure. Really, use a bit of thinking here. Use a bit of critical thinking and ask yourself, can't you see what I just said? is just a circle that's going round that they've created and put you on the start line for. So my advice would be, rather than carry that shit into the new year, because these fuckers are going to fall soon, I'm fucking sure of it. Come fucking summertime of this year, you're going to see some fucking major changes. I really believe that in my heart, I really do. But right now, they're kicking and screaming and spitting a dummy and throwing a fucking chessboard in the air, and they want to take as many people with them down as they can. This is a depopulating culling of a kind. So, my advice to you would be, turn the fucking telly off. Look at your diet. Start going plant-based, fish, chicken, green vegetables, plenty of leafy dark greens, brightly coloured vegetables, many as you can find, any fruit, every fruit. Drink plenty of water, distill your water too. And drink none of that tap shit. Getting that fluoride in you, it's fucked us up enough. Look after your body, look after your soul, look after your mind. Get meditating, seriously, get in tune with you. If we want to get things right outward, you've got to get things right inward. You are what you think you are. Your thoughts make your feelings, and your feelings are your state of being, and that's your life. And right now, all your thoughts are foreboding, depression, doom, gloom, death. Well, we all fucking die one day. You just got to decide how you want to live while you're living. You want to put up with this shit, carry on with it? Or do you want to reframe your thinking so that you feel different and you actually start living life? Because you get what you manifest. And all you're manifesting is this constant circle of fucking destruction back to you. So turn off the fucking media. Look at your diet, fix your immune system. Start doing everything you can to fix your immune system. So one example, the Wim Hof breathing method and the cold therapy that he does. Fucking outstanding, backed up in scientific results. I've been doing it a while and I feel great. Change your diet, go primarily plant-based. Green leafy vegetables, like I said, brightly coloured fruit and veg. Start looking after you, mobility, strength work, conditioning, maybe even yoga, Pilates, whatever, but get some movement, get out in nature, breathe in that prana, deep breaths, look at focusing, keeping your heart rate at a comfortable rate, stay out of that fight or flight state, get balance, get homeostasis, clear your head, meditate, still your mind, meditate enough so that you can change those brainwaves from the beta brainwaves that we're running all day to an alpha brainwave state where you're past your analytical mind and your conscious brain's just idle. You get that moment of still. It's elusive, but you can get it. Like anything, practice. There's loads of good tutorials of how to meditate properly on the internet. Look into it. When you can still your conscious mind, your thoughts will come and go like clouds. That's the subconscious brain throwing your thoughts at you that it does automated on autopilot all day. And you take no notice of it, so it just left to its own devices, takes the path of least resistance and just feeds your brain with a loop of negative shit, which creates your feelings, which creates your existence. But meditation and allowing your mind to still will give you conscious awareness of how your thought pattern is happening when you're not thinking about it. And now you can choose to rewire much more constructive thoughts. Try this little experiment just for the next rest of the day, right? Don't react with fear, frustration or anger to anything. So anything you see that makes you angst, don't even stay neutral, or better still, don't put yourself in a position where you got to look at it. Turn the fucking shit off, right? Don't judge anyone for a day. Don't diss anyone just for a day, right? Neutral thoughts. Don't allow anything you see to sway emotion in you in any way, shape or form, right? Unless it's something great. So unless it's a smile from your kids, or you're playing with your dog, or you're out in nature, you can have that stimuli, because that stimuli is good. That'll make you feel good. But anything that you would react to in a negative way for the next 12 to 24 hours, don't do it. Be neutral. See how that changes it. If you successfully do that, I suggest that you just for one day act as if. So act as if all of this shit is going to pass. And come middle of this year, you're going to see things changing and shaping up. And hope's going to come back to you. Now imagine that you absolutely wholeheartedly believe that for the next 12 hours. Regardless if it's true or not, if you believe it to be true, it's operational in terms of how that will make you feel. You will feel on a much higher vibration, a much better vibe. And you will notice that you created that by how you thought. Which now tells you you have the control or the ability to manage what you think. You need to become a master of your thoughts. What you think affects how you feel. How you feel affects what you do. What you do affects the results you get back. I mean, I learned this in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, but it's actually natural law. It's actually what is. What you get back, what you manifest. What you think about most is what you get back. So if you want a better life, better future for your children, then go inward and fix that part of you that needs to feel that way, believe that. Because before we can fix anything outward, you've got to fix you inward. So if your whole thought processes are geared around a better future, making the best of every day, being grateful for everything you've got, seeing the best in any situation, seeing advantage out of disadvantage, seeing growth inside of discomfort, that constructive cup half full. Okay, well, what can I do with this situation? What can I learn from it? What can I draw from it? You could draw strengths from everything. Particularly, adversity is the path to the stars. You know, and this whole situation has revealed a whole new level of human nature. You know, you're seeing people in their true colours, for the cunts they really are, and you're also, conversely, seeing some amazing people. Some amazing people. My research has led me to amazing people that do amazing things because they think in the correct way. And they're uplifting, and they give you hope, they give you confidence, they give you belief. You know, so look at what I said. Meditate, try and get some constructive control of your thoughts, or at least get consciously aware of how you're thinking when you leave your unconscious mind to its own devices. And you'll notice, oh, I don't want to think like that. So you can chuck it out and rewire it. I'm going to think instead, I'm going to think, well, over the next few months, everything's going to be fucking alright. I know it is. I trust in the universe that things will work out. Just try the experiment. Notice how much better you feel. Don't bullshit yourself. But certainly if you struggle with it at first, just act as if. Well, if I actually believed that, how would I walk? How would I talk? How would I smile? How would I communicate? How would I feel? And you'll notice that your emotional state will change and you'll feel better. And that will tell you that you are the master of your own fucking destiny. Not these cunts that are controlling you in government. And understand what governmental means. Governmental. To govern, to control. Mental. Your fucking mind. All of this is a mind-fuck mind game. All of it. So you need to just choose, you know. Bottom line is, we all shuffle off this mortal coil. All of us. Bottom line is, you've only got control over the things you've got control over. You ain't got control over nothing else. Regardless of what the fuck is going to truly happen, you're not going to fucking stop it by yourself. So, you need to manifest the life you want to live. And live it. Because we all leave this mortal coil. We could be gone tomorrow. We could be gone today. Ask yourself, how many times will you see another full moon? Full moon's just passed. It was beautiful. How many times will you see another one? How many times will you see another sunset or sunrise? You know? How many times will you get to play out in the forest and run around and be free and do stuff with your kids? How many times more will you be able to do anything that you want to do? You know? Talking about seeing the moon and seeing the sun. How many more will you see? Full moon. 3? 1? 10? None? Last was your last? See where I'm going with this? Oh, it's not a fucking rehearsal. When you've gone off this mortal coil, you're out of this realm. And I do believe that you go on. And I do believe that the place you go is going to be fucking better. But while you're here, you choose what you do with what you've got. You. So, you got to ask yourself, with the time you got left in this realm, what thoughts do you want to program to create the feelings that are your state of being? Do you want a state of being of fucking misery and foreboding, which will ultimately knock your immune system down and make you sick anyway, as we're seeing? Or do you want to be the best version of you that you can fucking be and really focus on happier thoughts? You know, gratitude's a good place to start. Wake up in the morning and saying just how grateful you are for everything. Start to like yourself, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? So start to create in your brain the feelings that you want your state of being to be. And by doing so, you will manifest a better life. So you choose what your state of being is. You choose how you want to live your life. Do you want to live your life fucking fear-mongered and a scared little fucking nothing, nobody? Or do you want to take control of your own fucking destiny? I know which fucking line I'm in. Just food for thought. Seriously, just food for thought. You know? Well, I've never really been a people person other than my own people. But I'm realising there's some fucking great people out there. And all we need is the right fucking guidance from the right people. And I believe the guidance I've been given has allowed me to govern how I think. And don't get me wrong, it's not fucking easy. It's a constant fucking tennis game. Bat, 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 bat. But as soon as you become conscious that you are, I don't know, agitated, angry, foreboding or anything else, you'll now look at your thoughts and think, well, what have I been thinking when I've left my mind idle? And reconstruct it. If you can't identify what you've been thinking to make yourself feel that way, then reframe your perspective and think about something much more constructive. Change your physiology. Instead of being slumped low and living behind your eyes below eye line, raise your eyes above eye line, straighten your spine, fix your gaze. You know, take that physiology that you would if you were elated, excited, confident. You are what you think you are, people. And like I said, you know, I was never really a people person, but I have really started to try and love people. And I want you to feel better. I want you to be able to be strong enough to get through this. And then before you know it, I really believe that we will. And as soon as you start to see things change and things come into fruition, you'll be a lot more optimistic. Yeah, get the ball rolling. It'll be like a snowball start to roll down the hill. It's accumulating some mass. As it's getting to the end, it's getting bigger and bigger. And that's how you'll be. And it's contagious. Surround yourself with people that are similar. Keep away from people that bring you down. You don't want no crabs in a basket. You know the old analogy of crabs in a basket, where the fishermen don't even bother putting lids on the baskets when they catch crabs, because as soon as one tries to climb out, the others pull him back down. Seriously, you are what you think you are. So put your head where you want your physiology to be and enjoy life. You know, when you wake up in the morning, start with gratitude. Start with loving yourself. You know, I love myself, not in a conceited way, but you know, I'm a good person. I'm a good skin. I'm a miraculous creation. It's part of everything else. Think that way, and then like, thank yourself. Thanks. Be gratitude. Thank you for my life. You know, during the night, how many millions of people across the globe died? But you woke up, you see another day, which means you got another opportunity. You should be fucking grateful for that. That should give you a smile. Just doing that alone will change how you feel, because they're happy thoughts. So thoughts of gratitude, thoughts of kindness, tithing, love, things that make you smile. Focus on that, because at the end of the day, all you've got is your state of being. You've got to choose how you want that to be. Right? Peace.